Good day, guys, Austin here, and in this video today we're going to be looking at Halo, a long forgotten game on the PC. Oh, it's been too long, but not anymore, my friends. This version of Halo that you see before you now will be playable on your PC by the end of this video today, but hopefully it will if my tuition and your PC is up to the kind of standards. So, yeah, basically it's Halo 3, it's Halo OSD, it's Halo 4 even. In fact, it's an amalgamation of all the best features from the Halo franchise, all put together and condensed into one bastard child to rule them all. But what a version it is, and well, today I'm going to be showing you how to get this working on your PC. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Okay, so let's go way back to 2015 when this was released onto the world. It's the official release of Halo Online, brought to you by 343 Studios. Now, as you can see in the big title above, it was only ever a beta release, which meant it was in the testing. And also, more importantly, it was only ever to be released in Russia. So not only was the beta in Russia, but the actual release was going to happen in Russia. So that meant that everybody else outside of Russia couldn't play it, unless you had some kind of software which you could spoof that you come from Russia itself, use virtual proxy networks. Simple for some people, hard for others, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be a pain in the ass to do that kind of stuff just to play a game. And when you're on about first-person shooters online, multiplayer, then ping is the most important thing. Ping is the most important thing, yeah. And if you have to pretend that you live on the other side of the world to play it, then your ping's not exactly going to look very attractive, to say the least. So it wasn't ideal for everybody, especially everybody that lived outside of Russia. So yes, it was free to play, however it was full of, apparently, of all kinds of microtransactions, downloadable content. So it was free to play, but it was one of them pay to win kind of things. I've got no idea to what extent. I'm not happy with that kind of stuff, but each to their own. I'm not here to judge this at this moment in time. What I'm here to show you guys is the next stage of its evolution. Within a few days of this being unleashed onto the general public, this came to fruition, Halo Online. Now this is a completely fan-made modification of this build. So basically they downloaded it, they managed to crack it open from the inside out, and they managed to make it completely free to play, added their own textures, added their own models, their own maps, the way it interacts with everyone, especially the most important thing, making it English. Yes, there is still a few things that still remain, like the intro sequence and all that kind of stuff is still in Russian, but all the important stuff like the menus and the settings and all that kind of good stuff is all in English, so it's completely usable for everybody throughout the world. And more importantly, all the blocks were taken off. So, you know, it didn't matter what country you lived in, you could play anywhere. So yes, this came to fruition. Now, in the description down below is the links to here. Now, this is actually also the place where you download this from. So as you can see here, you've got various different links for various different types of downloads. Choose whichever one's good for you. Now, in there is a file. Extract it, put it wherever you want it, and I'll talk you through that in just a second, how to get it set up. It's not rocket science, but I just want to fill you in with a bit of insider information about us, what is to be unleashed onto the general public, because of course this has been around for a year. However, there is about to be all kinds of things kicking off. This is a completely open source project, so here's the GitHub. Anybody can jump in. If you're into making games, if you're a Halo fan and you got something to I don't know, contribute towards a team, jump on in, guys, get amongst them. There's all kinds of links here, there's all kinds of insider information, and make yourself a point of contact and get involved. Make this a better place for everybody. I wish I had some kind of gaming goodness to give the world. I just have to do it enjoy YouTube and stuff, but hopefully it puts the word out a little more. Now, the good thing about this being open source is, again, anybody can jump in. But every now and again, people have different ideas of which route they want to go down. So forks appear, different kind of developments take place. People want to see different end products in, well, what they're developing at the end of the day. So at this moment in time, a couple of months ago, some guys got together who were developing this, and they decided to go down and make another route of this, which will be called Anvil. So here you go. This is Anvil. This is the Twitter address. I'll give the links down below. Basically, it's going to be a complete rebuild, a complete overhaul of the game itself. All the characteristics itself and the engine will be identical, but it looks like they're going to go a lot more in depth, allowing lots more features, usability, and trying to make it more of a, I don't know, an open access thing, rather than as it is now where it is open access. However, not many people have got access to do anything of any kind of standard because of the way it's been put together. But anyway, we digress. That's future. We're looking at about 2017 by the time this has come out. It's stable, working, up and going, and has overcome the Eldewrito side of things. Yeah, so peruse at your own leisure. There's loads of links I'll put you in the description down below. But for now then, let's focus on actually getting this going, because that's what we came here to do. Right, first off then, download your Eldewrito files, as I talked about before, extract them, put them on your desktop. Then all you need to do is open it up, and you'll be greeted with a folder similar, if not identical to this one. All you need to do is navigate down. Where's it gone? Eldewrito or Eldewrito Updater. Double click that and it will open up into a wonderful, look at this, it's a wonderful launcher. It's so professional, it's probably better than a lot of AAA titles launchers, to be honest. First things you need to do then before you start launching it up is configure it for your system. So all you need to do is make your way down the list, configuring everything to your taste and your requirements. For example, obviously you're not called Simply Austin, give yourself an online username, configure your appearance and all that kind of good stuff. I believe you can do some of this in-game also. Give yourself colours for those game types where you can actually use your own colours, and make your way through each one of these menus, configuring it to your system. Now please don't go too configure happy on this, because if you start messing around with a lot of these default settings, you probably won't be able to enable yourself online, or you could give yourself some kind of mishap and have to go back and restore everything to default. So please don't tinker too much at the beginning. Yeah, it's just a case of going through each one of those. Next thing you want to do is, I believe is it this one? No, this one. This one. Debug log. On this tab, basically in the bottom right hand corner, you may have something called check for updates. All you need to do is click on it. It'll take a few seconds. It'll check the version that you are holding and compare it to the one that is the most up-to-date online. Any discrepancies or problems, it will re-download the newest version to make sure you're all tickety-boo and all singing off the same hymn sheet. So once that's done, you're pretty much set up, to be honest. There's not much you really need to go into on this. Tinker to your heart's content, but remember, please don't go too tinker crazy at this stage. Down here you've also got some links to the Twitter page and stuff like that, but remember, this is for the Eldewrito version of it all, not for the overall Anvil, the future prospects, the open stuff. This is just the Eldewrito side. Once you're happy and you are content in your life, then all you need to do is fire this puppy up. So you just click on it, it'll bounce up. Now at this stage it may flicker, you may get Windows kicking off asking you, do you want to, I don't know, give internet access or internet privileges to this game. Click yes, click everything yes, because obviously this needs to go online, so you do need internet access to make this happen. Come on, get out of the way. Okay then, so this is what you're greeted with. This is Eldewrito 5.0.2. Who knows, it could be the future and you could be on 0.3 or even on Anvil by this point, who knows. Basically, once you're in there, it's not exactly rocket science. You go into settings, do the same stuff that you do with every other PC game out there. Go into your video settings, crank this up to the maximum if your PC can handle it. For some reason, even though my PC can do 4K and so can my TV, it's only allowing me to do 720. Now, I'm doing on-screen recording, so that could have something to play with it. I got no idea why that's coming into action, because even if it was doing it, then it would be 1080, because I think that's what the standard... Anyway, we digress. For some reason, for me, it's going up to 720. But for you, if you're lucky enough, you could go all the way up to 4K. But I will be after I've finished recording this. Next thing you do then is obviously mess around with your controls. You can rebind them. You can redo whatever you want. You can also play with... what's it called? 360 pads. I'm not sure if any other pads work, but I'm told that it's pretty flexible in terms of controls. So, peruse at your pleasure. Then it's just a case of going through all the other options, making sure you're all tickety-boo. Once it's done, click OK, and there you go. It's done. It's saved. That is it. That is all the configuration you need to do. You are now able to go online and conquest the world on global domination. So, choose whatever you want to go on. There is no single-player option at this stage. I believe there is something in the works, in the rumour mill. However, if you was to ask an admin, moderator, or anyone involved officially with this modification, thoughts, so no. But in my eyes, in my head, I like to think that's something that has been developed. But who knows? Who knows? My thoughts are wild. So first things first then, server browser. Click on OK. At this point then, hopefully, if everything's going OK, you will end up with a list going on here. Basically, these are all the servers that are playable for you at this moment in time. If you are not seeing anything at this stage, point one you need to do is click on refresh at the top. Maybe it just bugged out and it isn't automatically showing you the servers. If still no servers show up, go down to the right hand side, make sure you've got internet going. Then what you need to do is start going into your, I don't know, your security network, your virus software, your firewall for Windows, all that stuff. Make sure nothing's getting blocked. If there's still no go into the forums and ask somebody. But to be honest, it's pretty much self-going. When you first load this, there will more than likely be a pop-up. As long as you set allow access at that point, you should be seeing servers. Right. Now we've done all that, we can now actually join a game. First things first, like we talked about though, ping. Ping is the most important thing to be going along with this. It's not just important to you, it's important to everybody else. Because although you are getting the best reaction time, theoretically, in the map, the lower the ping you go, if you go and join one with a massive ping, not only have you got bad experience, but the other guys that are in there also will have a bad experience because you'll be lagging all over the place and annoying people to hell. So please, try and keep your ping as low as possible. As you can see, as is common with this kind of stuff, the lowest ping, the most popular one, is always the most popular one. So as you can see, it's more or less full. And I bet you in a minute, by the time I click on that one, it probably will be full by then. So that's it. That is the way it rocks. All you need to do is click on it and off you go. You should be tickety-boo. I'll click on it anyway, but I think this is probably full. No? I'm in. Get in. Now, at this moment in time, I'm playing with a keyboard and I'm playing with a trackpad. So I'm not exactly going to be a pro gamer at this moment in time. There we go. Let the server catch up. Let everything even itself out. And you should be good to go. Jesus Christ, I've not exactly got the most responsive of things going on here. Killed straight away. But there you go. There is Halo Online. That is this completely set up. It is an awesome game. But my gameplay doesn't do this any justice whatsoever. So here you go. Here's some gameplay from other people who are actually good at this game. This game has been around for some time. It's not a new thing. Although it's not been publicised. I believe Microsoft themselves have had some, I don't know, raised eyebrows to say the least about what the people have done to mod in this scene. But I believe that because this is completely free, they do not charge for this game. They do not charge for anything whatsoever. No microtransactions, no downloadable content. They don't even ask for any donations. In fact, they say instead of a donation, they would love it if you guys gave to their various charities. All that kind of good stuff can be found on the online Reddits, the forums, the websites that I'll link you down below. So please peruse at your leisure. Give these people the utmost respect that they deserve, because they've done an awesome job, and they've done this for zero money at all. They get nothing from this, only the pleasure and the smiles and the gift of your love that it brings, knowing that you're having happy times due to their hard work. There's probably some other stuff as well, but that's the way I like to think about it, and the world being a happy place and everybody getting on together. Right, that's it guys, that is mission complete. You should now be able to go online and game to your heart's pleasure. But please give me a shout, give me a holler, let me know if this has worked for you. Also, if you've got any other games that you think need to be brought to the public like this, let me know. Put them in the comments down below. There's loads of stuff out there, hidden gems that haven't been brought to people's attention, and it really does need to be bust out from its chains and unleashed onto the world on a global scale. So, that's it. Thank you for joining me, guys. Please like, subscribe, do all the things that normal people do, but most of all, laters!